Aren't defining running lane today. The Vikings are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against the Rams team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
All right, Larry, it's one of the new jewels of the NFL, no doubt, as you get a look inside U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Shift together here from the D-line. Now it's Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Try a little trickery here on the end around. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And an alley to run. Robert Woods. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And a long way to go for the offense here on second down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. Tiger.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
After the interception, here's Boykin. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
So 2nd and 10 here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Oh, a design run for their wideout. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Third down, they'll run it with Gurley. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We got three. Three down. Hey, we got 3. Let's go. Let's go.
Gurley again here on first down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. On the return, it's Niall Davis. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Connor Barwin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Get ready! Wait, name Tiger! Tiger!
Bridgewater now on second down. Flush to his right. And some space here. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up first down.
Bridgewater. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. Brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz.
Ohio! 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 Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio! Black round! Black round! Ohio! Ohio!
They snap it at 1. Now it's Boykin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And how about that on third down? So many different directions an offense can go. Throw it out wide to the receivers, get it to their speedy running back. They changed up everything and handed it to the fullback, and he surprised them all and picked up a first down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first with Boykin. Flushed out right. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with the football to get us going. And they're on the move as they face a second down here. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense. He
was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. And this a 39-yard attempt. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And Zerline's kick is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Crabtree the target on that one, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down. Ryan Quigley, fifth-year man from Boston College, in to punt it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 22. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Let's go. One, nine.
And some room to work. A big play there off the option. 53 yards. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. It's the fullback. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. That will get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. And make it a 2-touchdown advantage now for the Giants. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. And he's got Jamal Charles. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good. They do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And nothing but daylight ahead. 20. And all the way down to the 9. And that is Allen. Still down following the play. Appears to be shaken up. Second quarter in Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first and goal, Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Rams have got it on cruise control. Zerline now for the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Get ready.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Alec Ogletree. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Throwing here, Boykin on first. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, there's the option going left. And some room to maneuver. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams just continue to pour it on. Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter in the Meadowlands. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. They'll start the drive with Jamal Charles. Runs through the contact. They find some open field here. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's flushed out right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Not to turn away any of our viewers, but worth mentioning, I suppose, no team has ever come back from a deficit of this size and won an NFL game. The largest ever was 32 by the Bills over the Oilers in 1993. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Shakes off the sack. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Aaron Donald in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. They go play action. Bridgewater. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Third and long for Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now Boykin on first down. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. Out of the gun, Boykin. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here we go. 1-9.
They'll go option to the nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, I think we're just going to see a knee and that's it.
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Here we go.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been. He's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Second half starts with a run by Jamal Charles. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first throw for the backup Cook. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And room there to work it inside the 25. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Hillman going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Jamal Charles. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to them.
And he lost the football. Charles loses it. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
When you think of Jamal Charles, you think of speed, pure lightning, absolutely electric. And sometimes with those speed guys, the ball can get away from their body a little bit when they're carrying it, and some fumbles can result.
They were able to jar it loose there. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Parker unable to get that one. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here,
That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And the wideout in motion. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. The play clock's running down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. They begin the drive with Charles. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Cook now, off play action. Flush to his right, and he's got room. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 3-19.
Cook from the gun. He'll throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild
Now
card.
we'll see what his offense can do. Second down following the run. Here's the option going left on second down. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Now a carry here for their fullback. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, they're going option left. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete.
Sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Meanwhile, over in Lambeau, an update. And it's the Ravens that have moved out in front. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the 4th. Here's Johnny Hacker now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Now, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. And out now come the Vikings. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
3 yards to go on second down. Again, it's Charles. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock making.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal. At the 1-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A good pickup there, a 22.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
No. Check. Patriot. Set.
Play action, it's Kelly. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Robert Quinn. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. A play fake. Now Kelly. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Checking in on Houston, it's in the fourth quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Ohio! Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio!
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! Ohio!
Third and long for Boykin. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 15. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Now let's go! All right, now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Vikings on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. 3,
To throw is Kelly. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. On first down, Boykin. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Here we go. Brand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Flex round. Ohio, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. Ohio.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Boykin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants are starting to pull away in that one. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Elsewhere, they're on to the fourth quarter at MetLife Stadium. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. On second down, Hillman, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
On third down, Boykin eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for LA, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.